Hello again, friends. I hope you're all doing all right. That everybody's safe and washing your hands, and you have enough food, have enough toilet paper, and aren't going too crazy, not being able to really go anywhere. Today, Bandcamp is waiving all of their proceeds for any releases that are purchased through their site. Today is a great day to support any artists that, a lot of artists aren't able to tour. A lot of artists had tours get canceled. A lot of shows get canceled. So the opportunity for money needed to sustain those bands was lost. It's a huge bummer for everybody. So Bandcamp is again showcasing why they are the best music platform and that they actually do care about artists. By waiving their proceeds, I mean it's only 15% or something like that, but for them that's a lot of money in a day, and for bands that has the potential to make a big difference. So I wanted to call out some releases. If you have some extra money, if you're one of the people that's still working and you have some extra money, feel like buying some new music. Obviously, I'm kind of biased in calling out this one, but my band, Slaves BC, we have all of our releases on Bandcamp, and we have it set to either free or pay what you want. And we are doing that for the rest of the coronavirus crisis, so that we can raise money to help friends of ours during this crisis, where a lot of our friends are out of work, having trouble buying groceries, or paying their rent or electric or what have you. So 100% of all money brought in through our Bandcamp will go directly to help support people in need. If you have most of our releases, we put out a newer single entitled Third Temple. We put that out last month. So if you haven't seen that or heard it yet, be sure to pick that one up. I also wanted to call out the band LOWLIVES. So I've been doing PR for them for the last two singles that they put out. The most recent one they put out this past Monday. It's called Bones, and it's a 2-track single. This band was actually on tour and had a bunch of plans to tour, and had plans to put out a bunch of new music, a bunch of content this year. The coronavirus kind of derailed all of that, along with all the other bands. So they're focusing on themselves and my friend Steve in that band taking care of his kids. So if you could throw them a couple bones, I'm sure they would appreciate it. Another release, which I also am a part of, the band Twilight Fauna. If you're not familiar with that, I joined the band a few years back. It's just me and my friend Paul. I do the drums in the band, and Paul does everything else. If you're not familiar, it's Appalachian folk black metal. So if that sounds like something that might interest you, go ahead and check that out. There's a new album that's coming out on May 11th called Foundations. So there is vinyl pre-order and digital pre-order up in Twilight Fauna's Bandcamp. Again, if you are able to do that pre-order tomorrow, the record won't be shipping until most likely later in May, but it would help us a great deal. Another band that I wanted to call out is Pyrrhon. So this band is absolutely fantastic. I've talked about them a lot before, or posted about them a lot before, played shows with them. The people in the band are, as fantastic of musicians as they are awesome people. So definitely check them out if you haven't before. If you have checked them out, they have a new album coming out called Abscess Time. This is coming out on June 26th, but the pre-order is up for this as well, so go ahead and check that out. I also wanted to call out another band that we're friends with, our friends from the Great White North, Vile Creature. They have their third full-length record coming out, I believe, on June 19th. The album is called Glory, Glory, Apathy Took Helm, which is a pretty cool title. It's about as cool of a title as the album artwork is disturbing to me. But go ahead and check them out if you never have before. It's very, very aggressive, very doomy, very, very emotional and cathartic music. Absolutely love that band, and they're fantastic live. So hopefully when all this is over, you'll get the chance to go see them. But for now, go pick up those pre-orders. Another band I wanted to talk about is the band Feminazgul. This band makes absolutely fantastic black metal. They just put out an album within the last few weeks called No Dawn for Men, and it's just fantastic, just superb black metal. So definitely go check that out, pick that up. I've also heard that there's a bunch of artists that are planning on releasing music tomorrow, surprise releasing some things. Of the ones that I've heard so far is the artist Marissa Nadler. She makes absolutely fantastic and it's just very solemn, but quiet music. Definitely go check her out and whatever she puts out. And the band Order of the Wolf is also supposedly dropping something today, so go check that out. There's also a bunch of bands that have released contenders for the best metal albums of 2020. So I wanted to call those out if you're not familiar. So check out the band Black Curse. They've recently released an album, and it's, I believe, the first release featuring members of Primitive Man and Blood Incantation. The technical death metal band called Ulcerate, which is just one of the most devastating and just amazingly technical albums that you'll ever hear. The proficiency of those band members is just ridiculous, so go check that out. Oranssi Pazuzu, which if you've been following me for a while, they were my favorite record of 2016. They just put out a new album and it's absolutely fantastic, so go check that out. And the last one I was going to bring up was Zuza. This band is a newer band. They put out a fantastic record, I believe 2 years ago, which was their debut. But they have members of the band Extol and Dillinger Escape Plan, and they are absolutely fantastic, so definitely go check them out as well. And other than that, if you are unable to buy anything tomorrow, if you're one of the people that's out of work, or you just can't make it work right now, if you could just share any of these releases, retweet it or post it on Facebook, tell a friend about it. And that goes for your friends' bands as well, or any bands that you're a fan of. It would be really helpful for all the bands out there, for people to just share the music, even if you're unable to purchase it right now. It would make a big difference. So thank you all for watching this video. Let me know if there's anything that you pick up today that you think is, that you think I might like, or anything that you want to share. And I hope you all stay safe and wash your hands.